Did he eat the dry out? What can of food did you give him? Is it the stuff Laura bought?
Yeah. No, it's the stuff we always give him. He didn't eat his dog food. Are we streaming?
Yeah. Your mic's not on. Yeah. Well, there's nobody here yet.
I'll live me. Like, we gotta alert the masses. I don't know where my phone is.
Yeah, I'll send out a text message. Not text message,
Tweet.
a tweet.
Los tweets.
Oh, hey, Shark. The viewer number said 0. So I didn't know you were, according to the system, there was nobody here. I didn't know. It lied to me.
Lies.
Lies.
It's just us, Shark. The three of us chilling.
We'll be starting a set of gear for...
You know what I'm grateful for? I'm grateful that I saved that podcast before the power went out. Because I would be so fucking mad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing you did.
I would be so fucking mad. Did you Discord? I'll Discord. I'll update the Discord. Gonna do the Instagram, I guess, because it's another thing, right?
Is there a photo I can attach to this?
I just tweeted my photo.
I'm gonna use our son.
Whoa, our son.
Yeah. Cool. Great. So, we let the Discord know. We tweeted it out.
Discord's notified.
Can you hear us okay? Shark?
Yeah, Shark, can you hear me?
Are we too loud, too low? Ah, boo.
Shark can hear us.
Great. Cool.
Noise. Look at our boy.
I'm using him to
Look
get
at him.
to get likes.
Look at him, though. You didn't tag me.
No, so I'm sorry. I didn't tag myself either. I just put it out. You made your own tweet.
I guess. I guess.
All right, cool.
Do you want to look at the combined chat so you can see the?
Oh yeah, that was the problem last time. I didn't see the combined chat.
Mhm.
People talking on YouTube.
Yes. There might be people talking on YouTube, and we wouldn't even know.
I could find out right now. I mean,
Guess
not
you
that
could.
anybody would.
Thank you, Shark, for retweeting both of the tweets. Much appreciate. I guess I'm gonna keep doing this thing.
Yeah, I'll switch over to you for a moment. I'll switch over to you for a moment. Okay, cool. Great. Oops, wrong camera.
Meds.
Those are drugs.
Yep. I don't think there's any other drugs on the table. Yes,
We're gonna
there
get taken
is.
off of TV now.
There are other drugs here. Make sure they're not.
Okay, cool. All right, I think all the things are done. We did all the tweets. We let the Discord know.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So that happens to me all the time, Frisco, where I think I'm following somebody because I see their information all the time. Like on Twitter, there are people that I see all the time. This happened most recently with Hammerstone. Somehow he's always in my stream, and I wasn't following him. But I thought because I saw him so much that I was following him. I was not. Hello, Babbling Brook. Was that camera just stuttering?
How dare.
So we're not going to show you the Princess Kimberly set of gear on the stream. For those that are in the Discord, we'll show you the
Yeah, I can post the sketch now.
the sketch that we're working with. But I don't want to show it just yet because we just got the commission from her, and it's not something we want to reveal just yet. When we get a little closer to the actual release of the gear, we will. But we'll post it on the Discord at some point during the stream.
I just did.
Oh, you just did?
Mhm.
Kate just posted the actual gear we're working on in the Discord. That is not Discord, that's Destiny.
No. Just
Sometimes
way
my
too
fingers
wide.
confuse Discord and Destiny.
Well, they are right next to each other. Oh shit, it's just enough. Thank God.
What piece is this? The back piece?
The back top.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because there's like, the bodysuit has like this upper piece that's put on separately.
Yeah. Similar to that one Vita set.
Vita set, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit different though, because hers had that big open back. We're not doing that for
Yeah.
him. So that's the...
So you're saying this should be easier, it'd fit better?
Yeah, hopefully. Well, my hope is that if it doesn't fit, what we can essentially do is just remove the stitches from this and like pull it down, like to make it tighter in the top.
Okay. Yeah.
If it came to that, which I don't think it will, because we've made Kim however many sets of
Yeah,
gear
we've
that
never had an
actually fit her.
issue with it
Yeah.
fitting. What colors do you need me to grab? We were talking about
We were
the
talking
different
about
stuff.
different stuff, so I say anything in the colorway, anything black, purple, or lime green.
I cannot. Well, I mean, we were talking about whether or not we use pleather or the
You
hollow
are
dot.
team pleather.
I'm team pleather.
More for Kim than just about anyone. Her and Havoc are the top two, probably, I'd say.
Kim
Though
also.
Havoc hasn't gotten gear in a long time from us. She keeps saying she wants gear and then not messaging.
Kim also likes to get gear. I guess that wasn't always the case. She did have a couple sets that she used.
There was a long time where Kim wouldn't get gear from us, even though we wanted to make stuff for her between like when Snow White happened and the set after that.
Y'all, it's not a slight on Kim. Like, I
No,
understand
this
why.
is all wrestlers.
But
Every wrestler.
Sometimes wrestlers think we charge too much. And if you guys, I mean, there's a few that know what we charge. I think we're reasonable. But our industry, compared to any other industry where you're going to be charging for custom garments, you pay a lot less in the world of professional wrestling somehow than you do any other industry.
Yes. We are very cheap labor compared to other types of our skill level. Other costuming types of our skill level. Thanks, wrestling.
Yeah. Oh.
I guess it's my fault for not going to design school or whatever and not getting a real job.
And just being like, oh, wait, just pick a different career field.
Yeah.
So we have...
Ooh, no,
I know.
velvet is smelly. Velvet is smelly.
We're not saying for the whole thing. Especially for, like, the belt, where it won't get the sweat on it.
Okay, I'll consider
Like,
it.
I'm just saying, these are different... I'm bringing over different blacks.
Okay. I'm up for it maybe being the side panels of the bodysuit. Maybe.
And the rate that she's switching gear, this will only be for a few tapings.
Yeah,
And then...
realistically. Kim, should we be charging you more so you get gear less? Okay. Now I have to...
that's also the issue, right? Frisco, is that wrestling gear takes so much physical abuse and has to withstand so much. So it needs to be made... Well, I mean, you can get crappy gear. There's plenty of...
There's plenty of shitty gear makers out there,
but
don't worry.
as far as, like, good quality stuff, especially if you're wrestling at a TV level, like, we've got quite a few TV clients or people that have been at that level. And, yeah, you need shit that's not going to fall apart on camera. And we try to make every set of gear that we make
short
at the
of being commissioned for something that's like only going to be worn once by someone, and whoever, I mean, realistically, y'all know, Chikara would be like, hey, we need someone to wear this one time. Can you make this extremely inexpensive? I mean, the cheapest possible. We do not need it to last more than one match. So that happened to us like a couple times, but
Yeah, or making stuff for students coming out of the school, like, hey, we're making this cheap because it's your first set, and you're going to change your gimmick in a few months.
yeah, there's no point in making you something that's going to last.
Oh man, I wish we had a little bit more of this stuff, because a texture like this would be good in that set of gear.
I mean, if it's not due for another month and a half or whatever, then we could order some. We can still order fabric for her.
Yeah, but then what are we working on now for ordering fabric? We have to use some of what's in-house.
Okay.
I mean, just in general, we just have to use some of what's in-house for... We have so much black.
Yeah, there's really not. If we buy black fabric, it's kind of silly.
How do you feel about the old Whisper material? I'm just pulling, like I said, pulling out
I
different
can
stuff.
fuck with that, especially if we put that purple underneath it. I think that
Underneath
looks
of it?
nice. Yeah, this thick purple we have, it's like a lighter color. we've got that.
2 sets of TV money. No, yeah, I mean, this is,
We have no sets of TV money.
yeah.
Well, who knows? Maybe one day. Maybe eventually I'll get my Netflix deal. You can't even see it.
You can't see it.
But it will be good when it's like stretched across. You know what I mean? Like
You still can't.
you might see a little bit of.
I think if
This
it was
is a good. This is a good lining, and it will give this a lot of structure because this tends to.
I mean, this is jumbo spandex. I don't know if I want to put this.
It's football pants spandex, but. You want to put it on the side panels?
Well, I mean, I don't want to use this as lining. It's very thick for the whole thing.
Not the whole thing, just the parts that have this.
Okay.
Just the parts that, because this is so thin.
No, yeah, I understand for that. I just meant for the rest of it because I feel like that would be just a bit too much. Is this the other? Did you want to use this
The
purple?
Edith stuff.
Yeah.
I like this one better because I think it looks more evil.
No, I'm with you on this. I'm just pulling out some of the colors that we have
Well,
so
if
that.
you put them out all over my drafting table, I can't make the patterns you need to make.
I don't know if you remember what I said earlier about
What?
patterns being done before the stream.
It would have been if I hadn't had that one day of super bad crippling pain.
I actually don't know what. Are you continuing? Yeah, you're continuing the shoulder blade stuff, and the shoulder blade, the over the shoulder stuff.
Yeah, there's like a swirly bit that goes around.
So with a client like Kim, we get to kind of make whatever we want. She gives us a suggestion, like a direction to head in. I'll use the Snow White set of gear, or the ice set of gear that we had previous, not the Snow White. The ice set. She just wanted an Elsa ice themed set of gear for the previous one that we made her. But we got to design it from top to bottom, and she generally likes what we make. There's usually no argument. She trusts us to come up with something that is reasonable for her to wear and that she'll like. So, while we know the colors that this will be, we didn't really pick out and we have the design, we didn't pick out what fabrics we were going to use for it.
Well, I did, but you vetoed all of them.
Correct.
So I did pick out things from
No,
the design. This was done, and then you said, no, that's not right, and you vetoed all of them, which is a perfectly valid opinion to have.
No,
but
I don't know if you heard what I said. I said we didn't pick them out.
Well,
You
said-
picked them out.
I'm the designer.
We didn't. We're both designers now. You made me this way.
Are you going to learn how to draw?
No, but I understand colors and such. And
Everyone knows
And
that's all it
fabrics.
takes to be a designer.
what I mean
To
is that
understand
like
colors and such.
yeah. Got the basics down, but also I don't like the sparkle fabric for what she's turning into.
Any kind of menacing anything.
Yeah. There are certain characters that like sparkle can be part of it. Like I think of like a Hollow Wicked because he's so his look is so lucha with like the Botargo top and the mask and all that stuff. And we put some sparkle bits in his gear. But it wasn't all sparkle. Just like the very base of it to add shimmer to him. And then there are characters like what did we make recently that was like I think the last villain we used. A lot of Jessica Havoc stuff doesn't have sparkle.
Yes, it does.
There's a set of black I have on my phone that has no sparkle on it whatsoever.
Is it the black and white set?
So yeah.
It has black hollow on it.
No, there's no dot. There's no. This is not on it. You want me to show you the photo? I know it doesn't have any on it. I recently had those photos pulled up for the Dark Light clothing stuff.
I'll bet you a whole $1. You hear that, America? I'm going to bet him a whole $1 it's got black hollow on it.
Give me my $1.
Oh, you don't have the part that goes on top of this on here.
What part that goes on top
There's
of
a
it?
corset that goes over top of that.
Oh, I don't have corset stuff.
Yeah.
No.
So
So I was right. in that the kick pads and everything I have photos of, I didn't have the photos of the corset, did not have any hollow dot. And I think that looks great. I think the hollow dot takes away and makes it look.
Yeah, but she's a princess.
Yeah, but not in this instance.
All instances.
There's a certain connotation that comes with the sparkle. Right? It kind
Yeah,
of.
Shark agrees with me. The bet is null. You don't have a picture of all the costume pieces. Thank you, Shark, for the backup. It's much appreciated.
I can't find the pleather.
Oh, it's up here already, I think.
No, that's just a piece of it. I'm looking for the whole chunk. I don't know where it went.
Isn't it over here? Yeah.
No.
Wait a minute. I just had it in my hand. Here it is.
Oh, okay. There it goes. It's on that table.
Our giant house now. We lose things constantly.
All right. So these are the fabrics that we're working with. This is stuff that you can kind of. Oh, I have the wrong camera up.
What? No, you don't.
Restream doesn't work. There's nothing coming up in the Restream chat.
Huh. Why isn't the chat working?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
I wanted to check YouTube.
I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. It doesn't. I don't care about the Restream
Well,
on
you're
the
covering
computer.
my work anyway, so I'll just check YouTube.
Well, you're gonna. No, I need the screen up. That's why I pulled that up. So I said, don't worry about. Just pull it up on your phone. You have an iPad right there. I need to be able to see the screen because I can't see the other side of the camera. We have the camera attached to our ceiling, so I can't actually look at what you guys are looking at unless I look across the room at our screens. So this is this material. We use this for like the Whisper for Fire Ant when he had that like evil set of like black and red gear. We've used this for a lot of clients. Kevin Koo's Liger variation mask. We used this for the most recent mask that we made, the Digital Devil Kai. This stuff is stuff we ordered back in the Jessica Havoc days, where it's just essentially like a black, like PVC vinyl, stretch vinyl. What would you call this?
Velvet?
Velvet. Yeah.
Well, technically it's velour, but
You're covering the screen again.
I am moving this thing. It took 2 seconds.
I don't like this purple. This is too light for the
It would just be
inside,
lining.
but it's going to be. I know that. I was going to say that. It's going to be lining, but I can throw it on the floor currently, out of the way. I think you're right about this being too pretty, like too. If this is too much, then the black hollow dot is also too much.
No, that's way more ostentatious. The black hollow dot is like a subtle sparkle, and that's like a super bright.
I can make the exception for this
Yeah,
because
it's great.
we don't have PVC purple, or else I would
Also,
use that.
all the PVC purples are terrible.
Yeah, no. There's none that are like a dark color like this.
No, they're all like a weird eggplant, and it looks great on camera.
Yeah, the camera that you guys are seeing it in, while like, I mean, it's a nice quality camera, but it doesn't do it justice. You can't really get the shimmer and the shine.
You're starting to see some of it. How you can see there's like blue tones and red tones in it.
Yeah.
It's a great hollow.
I think these are great starting fabrics to go with. We do need to order a black mesh that we cannot finish the bodysuit without.
I don't necessarily know that we need to order that. We could go get that locally, I think.
Where are we gonna? I don't remember seeing it in a store around here.
I feel like Joann's has black mesh because that's a very
I don't
basic
really.
thing.
I meant thinking of the honest
The
places.
first time I ever got black power mesh, I bought it at Joann's in the spandex section.
Power mesh, not the face stuff. The power mesh is different. Power mesh goes under the stuff, right?
The Joann's power mesh is the same as our regular like thin mesh. It's not actual power mesh.
Okay.
For some reason, the way they catalog it at Joann's, they call it power mesh, even though it's like flimsy regular. They're not the only ones either. Some people call that power mesh, and some people call the other stuff power mesh, and there seems to be no fucking rhyme or reason for any of it.
Hello, Pup Chase. Welcome.
Welcome!
We also have another camera angle that doesn't work where we're shooting at, is for the sewing machine tables, but we actually might not be sewing today. We might just be doing all cutting and patterning. Oh, what I could do is, would you do any of the patterning over here on these tables, or would you have to be on that one? I can do cutting over here.
Yeah, all the pieces are pretty small.
What you left over here?
The cutting pieces, I mean.
What you left over here? These guys?
Did I put everything over here? Oh yeah, the bodysuit. Well,
Yeah.
that part of the bodysuit. This needs to be cut on the fold.
Yeah, I need you to mark them up so that I know what to make them out of. Or at least the color, and we can decide what. Didn't do it. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. We recently, as of yesterday and today, had work done in the basement. So none of our stuff is actually where it should be right now. We're clearing off one table so I can work on it. So we didn't clear it off before the stream.
Oh wait, is this the back or the front? That's the front. So it's this way.
Thanks again for those that are joining us.
And everyone who hasn't can get fucked. You
We
hear
are,
that? Everybody who's not here, you're losers. I don't believe that. That's not true. If you need me to go over there and do stuff, I can. I think
So the tables weren't cleared off. I'm doing that
Yeah.
now. No, you're working on that table. I got
Right,
this.
but I'm doing small applique now. The next thing is the belt and the gauntlets and stuff, so it would make more sense for you to be over here with the big fabrics.
Yeah, but you need space to do the belt and all that. Don't you?
I mean, I don't have to draft the skirt today. I could just work on the belt. Need to move these Razor Hawk patterns. I guess we just throw this Razor Hawk stuff away, yeah? Razor fucking wing, whatever.
No, I feel like some of it we should keep. Unless none of it is worthwhile
I'm gonna say
keeping.
it's all just like basic trunk angles, patterns. I don't really think he's gonna get another pair of trunks.
Oh, you mean that? The trunks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought you meant the other part of his gear.
No. The other part of his gear is over on Laura's table.
Cool. I think this works for you on this table for now. Sorry about that, y'all. We are working on two different sets of gear right now. One is for Impact Superstar or Knockout, Kimberly, and the other is a mask for Frisco Flame. We don't need to work on the base on camera, that's already taken care of. We're making a faceplate on camera for Frisco. What are you thinking?
How do you do the faceplate?
We're not on the faceplate yet. Right here on this guy. No, I don't know what colors are which because I don't really know what pieces they're.
Front?
No, I know, but I don't know. Based on what you originally.
I intended this to be purple hollow with black mesh over top. This would be plain black pleather. This would be plain black pleather. at your suggestion.
So I can't actually make this.
Well, you can cut the purple part. You just can't cut the mesh part. So you could cut the purples for those, even if you can't cut the mesh, and you can cut and line these.
There'd be no point in lining these if we can't attach it until the mesh is here,
Okay.
right? Because the lining's just going to come off of it if we have to wait another 3 days. Well, it depends on whether or not Joann's actually has it. We won't know for
feel
sure
like they
until.
do.
It seems like a standard enough fabric, but they also didn't have any normal color of spandex or anything like
Let's
that.
see what we have. Maybe there's something cool that we could use instead. We have a couple different cool meshes.
That one has the weird lines on it.
It's not weird, it's stripes. What's
No.
weird about it? What's weird about stripes?
I just don't like the way that looks.
I like these stripes. I feel like they're quite cool. More of this stuff.
I have to pull up the design again.
Just the tricot. I was hoping there'd be like a secret scrap stashed away.
No, that's what I gave to Kayla.
Right. I guess I can make the belt pattern and you can start there with those appliques.
I mean, I can still cut this stuff out. I just need to know what we're making it out of.
I just told you. Purple hollow, black leather. Do you want me to write it on there?
No. Are we sure we're doing black leather for this and not the shiny stuff, or
Yeah, because the shiny stuff is going to be the applique.
on the shoulder,
On the
on the
designs,
back?
like it'll be black pleather, like you originally suggested. The first thing you said was black pleather with the shiny
I wouldn't mind
designs.
switching it either. Either way. I'm okay with
I think black pleather with shiny designs looks more mature than shiny designs with matte.
with matte.
Shiny with matte designs. I think shiny with matte designs is also a higher, I don't know, I just think it looks cheaper. I think that pleather looks way nicer overall.
That's why I like it. That's why I want to use it on her. It's not like it's more expensive or anything like that. It just looks nicer.
It actually is
know?
more expensive. It's
Well, I mean,
$2
like-
more a yard than the other stuff.
Generally speaking, we're not getting like a $40, a yard material here. Okay.
I actually...
Stay on the table.
Hey!
I'm just moving it.
Yeah, but these stuff, that's how they get cracked.
I'm not gonna. No, I'm just putting it there next to me on the floor. I was trying to keep this stuff from. I got it.
This is black pleather too. These are
What things?
these.
Oh, the
panels.
shoulder pieces.
Cut two of these and cut. Sorry, one.
I don't know what this is.
This is the back here.
Okay.
And this attaches like this. It goes underneath the arm.
No, I know what this is. I just didn't know what this was. All right. This is all pleather.
Yeah, except
The
for
mat.
the front and except for the front.
All right.
I'm gonna put the Twitch chat on because there's people in it. Because the YouTube chat.
Yeah, there's nobody in the YouTube
There's
chat.
nobody in the YouTube chat. Is my phone over there?
No. It's on that table. All right, so as you've seen us do before, we're gonna spray glue the back of these guys. Pull up the Twitch chat. Why is it making me log in? It's doing that thing again where
It's like you don't have a password. We don't know anything. We don't know you.
966693.
You signed into too many computers in the last however long. How dare?
I wish there was a better version of this on the phone. The Twitch app sucks on the phone. All right. Rotary cutter. You're on this cart. So those that are here, I was trying to say this earlier, thanks for joining us. We are trying to get this channel to affiliate at least. You know, we're not using the Kate Nix channel for the Closet Champion streams. We want to keep them separate. And we are almost there. You may see us do a few short streams over the next week or two. As the only qualification we have left is the amount of days that we stream.
Why don't you get things started? On the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, celebrational.
Oh, hello, Omega.
This is what we call celebration. I've been listening to this awesome biography of Jim Henson called Make Money, Make Art. Omega, if you haven't heard this book, I think you'd really love it, honestly. It talks a lot about the gift, about how artists, makers, people who create things, innovators, have to work in the gift economy because, well, first of all, the public doesn't really know what they want until they have it, right? We don't know what we want because we're not the people making the stuff. But the people who make the stuff, like Jim Henson did, like Walt Disney did. God, I wish I had a female name to add to that list because I don't love that it was two dudes. But here we are, and we're getting
Nickelodeon.
There. Yes, the Nickelodeon CEO who quit to join Disney to get money and then regretted it. But she was an innovator too, and it talks about the gift of art and how true art has to operate in. We subconsciously believe it to operate on a gift economy, right? The second you put a price on your art, then it becomes a commodity, and that's a different thing than a gift. And the thing that made Jim Henson special was that he would use his $1 million enterprise to just spend ludicrous amounts of money on The Muppet Show. The Muppet Show in its final season lost $25,000 an episode when it was in production. Per episode. Fraug.
Oh, I didn't know if you were talking to me or the people. I was listening to that part with you in the shower the other day.
I think that was this morning.
Or this morning when you were in the shower. Yeah.
$25,000 per episode when it was being created. And if you had looked at that and just been like, oh, this is leaking money, we have to stop it, it would be a totally, like, the Muppet Show wouldn't exist if you worried about what exactly, like, if you looked at it from a purely economic standpoint and you were like, the only thing that matters is making profit, and because this doesn't make a profit, we can't do it. Not a thing. If there was an elaborate set to make, you know how the other day you were like, how is Kermit still being puppeted as the thing was rising? Like, how was that happening?
Yeah.
Remember, because we were watching Kermit hang out the O at the end of the Muppet Show opening in season 5. You know what the answer is? They just spent the money and built the fucking giant thing that would make that happen.
Yeah, because it's an unnecessary movement. Like, I noticed it because we're looking for it.
Or the guy fixing the robot in the background.
Yeah.
Like, those things are details that took time and effort and money to make, that make that show rewatchable, that make that content rewatchable, and it was a gift because they just spent a fuck ton of money to make it as dope as they possibly could, with the hope that the public would see what they were making and say, yes, we'd like to spend money on this art. And the whole book has been about the balance in the economy of capitalism for artists, between capitalism and creativity. And it's just been such a great listen. I've been listening to it on Audible in the shower in the morning or when I'm doing chores, and it's awesome. And
which means in turn I've been listening to half of it. I only get bits and pieces of it.
Well, it's 12 hours long. I don't think you would listen to the whole thing. I can give you the Cliff Notes.
Well, only one of us needs to listen to it. So I like to think, whenever we get information, we just share it with one another. Like,
yeah.
I take the tutorials on After Effects so that you don't have to learn that. You know, vice versa. You're learning how to do the things you do.
The other half of the brain.
Yeah.
But it's made me think a lot about why I make what I make and how I do it and what I do it for, and it's been really interesting.
Yeah. I was just switching to you since you're the one talking right now.
Hello, America. Good. That's what I thought too, Omega. I also thought he was dangling back and forth, but you can see he's checking things. It's actual movement. He doesn't just flop.
And it could depend on the season. Maybe originally,
The original opening is different than the
That's what I mean,
episode, the opening for the 5th season, because the 5th season was the final one.
So, like, he could have definitely changed his movements.
Yeah,
over time.
they redid the opening because even though the opening was classic, Henson was an innovator. He would always, when they were making puppets, Henson was not precious about the characters. Like, he would rip eyes off. He would just destroy things to make new things. Like, he was not like sentimental about the physical items. He saw them just as objects to make art with. And if the object wasn't right, he would just change it.
I feel that.
The only thing I'm not going to do is rip apart Moxie because of how we built her. And because she's my first puppet, I feel like I can't. I couldn't possibly do that to her. Oh yeah, there's a lot of really great guests and a lot of really suspicious guests. But I mean, I guess that's why the Muppet Show controversy about the Kermit getting canceled or whatever the fuck. I recently followed the guy who plays Kermit on every social media in hopes that I will get a Kermit cameo in the Lullaby Lounge. I followed his podcast. I followed him on Facebook. I followed him on Instagram. I follow him on Twitter. We have the same amount of followers on Instagram. So I feel like it's not impossible. I could get a Kermit cameo. That's the dream. That's the fucking dream. Kermit cameo? Trying to make it a reality. I don't know that, Omega. I can't say I know that. But you are a wealth of obscure knowledge that almost no one can touch, so. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, I don't know that combination of words.
We always talk about how, what an interesting depth of knowledge you have. An interest. That sounded sarcastic and kind of mean, but I didn't mean it to sound that way. That's just how my voice sounds. Sorry. It wasn't mean. It was completely serious. But no, I'm currently trying to find a way to make spiky bramble swirls look cool. So you were given yet another evil queen to base this off of. This is another situation of it being an object of art. Because is Kim ever going to see this? Maybe. Don't know. Maybe she'll see it. Maybe she'll be like, wow, look at the bramble detail on this applique.
You can get a master's in pop culture. I guess you can get a master's in almost anything, right?
Wait, you can get a master's in pop culture? I feel like that's totally your bag. I know you talked about wanting to go back to school.
Yeah, I would love to get the fucking
Oh my
degree
God,
in
please
pop
go back
culture.
to school for film so we can get access to like Drexel or whatever.
That would have to be whatever college is up here, like Thaddeus Zook Jambalaya.
Thaddeus Zook's experimental learning facility.
Yeah.
Jebediah Yoder's learning area, learning zone.
Where they film everything with their imagination. It's technology. Because technology.
Beep boop beep boop. Technology of beep boop beep boop fame.
I'm going to zoom in a little bit on you and then fix that. A bit too low. Now I can see your face. I zoomed in on the art you were drawing.
Bam, 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 bam. You got that song stuck in my head now. Bam.
I've been watching so many people like reactions or like video breakdowns of like Aesop. And today I heard a French teacher, like, it was like, I'm a French teacher, but also I talk about
Wow.
hip hop. And I was like, all right, let's listen to it. And just some of the things he was saying, the way he spoke about it, because clearly it was from his standpoint, from his not understanding Aesop's flow and cadence and stuff. And like to him, it's like it doesn't sound special, but what sounded special about like what he liked about it was the word choice and the emphasis on the actual words, as opposed to how he flowed into them. Not to say that isn't impressive at times, but you
Isn't
know,
that
like
the same thing?
no, because you can have a dope ass flow and like have a like
Oh no, no, okay.
and the way
okay.
that you
Yeah, I know what you mean. Flow is essentially melody in this case, right?
I guess in the way I'm trying to refer to it as, yes.
Yes. Flow would be melody or cadence, and then lyrics would be the actual content of the.
Because how much music do we like?
Did you
like,
read these comments from Omega about him getting have his master thesis being on wrestling promos?
Bowling Green doesn't sound real.
There's one in Ohio and one in Kentucky.
Sometimes I don't think you're a real person, Omega. Sometimes I think you're a figment of our imagination, and one day we're gonna like wake up and you'll be just gone, as if like you never existed. But you'll have, but we will have always
And we
known your
it'll just be
existence.
a combined fever dream between you, me,
And Green
Green
Ant.
Ant and Gyarados.
the entire Discord is just like Omega who?
South of Toledo, whitest place I've ever lived.
This is extremely cool.
This is like a good
Why
little
is this side so
little
much bigger
bamboo
than the
swirl.
other?
It's supposed to go across her shoulder.
Okay, I figured it out. Oh yeah, I didn't for a while I didn't understand who I was consuming, like the reviews and stuff I was watching over the years, who I was consuming. Like I didn't really pay attention to it up until more recently, and come to the understanding like the YouTubers I watch and the people whose content I consume, not just whether it be outside of YouTube or not. Or,
We try to have as few white men as possible.
yeah, I try to get the diversity in
We
our,
try to have as few
our
white men,
streams.
straight, cisgender white men as possible. If it looks like it's going to be that, we normally try to tune out. There's like 3 straight men that we follow, I think, with any kind of regular. Well, your Destiny boys, I think, are all
Well,
probably pretty
that's just-
heteronormative.
yeah.
But that's just like Gamer Zone. I don't think there's anything we can do about the heteronormativity.
The
of Gamer
problem
Zone.
is that some of the other channels that are lesser quality, like there's one female whose name I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but I watch her, but the quality of her content is less. Like it isn't as visually appealing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that what she's saying is perfectly acceptable, and finally, you know, like in the talk,
100%.
the actual content, like yes, what you're saying is correct. I agree with you, but I don't want to see it because it isn't like well captured and stuff like that. So like you can run into that too. Even if I want to support you,
Yeah, like and I'm sure it's just because women are gate kept out of pretty much everything. Where's like the caravan of garbage, but it's ladies?
we talked about that the other day. I think we were trying to figure that out.
Like, where the fuck There has to be one. There has to be one well-produced, like cleanly well-produced.
Well, especially at that level, like the quality of their videos, the way that their editors shoot, you know, like
I mean, the
rapid
answer
fire
is it's
jokes.
Lindsay Ellis.
Yeah.
Like, Lindsay Ellis is the only one.
But that's the problem, right? Is that one?
Oh, thank you, Omega. I feel like I sketch so much and barely ever figure out where I want a line to be until like it's already too late. But it makes it nice. I'm glad that you feel that you're watching a skill.
Also, because all the women are run off of YouTube.
Oh, you're not on me right now.
No.
I didn't realize.
No, I have it on me so that I can show what I was cutting. So we've cut out the back piece and the shoulder piece so you guys can see it. It looks like a devil. I mean, not like, well, yeah.
It
What,
looks
like the goat
ovaries
devil.
and Satan.
Yeah.
My new metal band.
Satanic ovaries.
Ovaries and Satan. Look at this.
Yeah, put the camera on you so they can see it.
Pretty angry.
All right.
Hello, Space King Bobby. Welcome.
I'm working on making a brambly swirly applique for the shoulder piece on Kimberly's new gear.
Because this girl just cannot stop ordering gear. Well, to be fair, the last set we made her was white.
It can only last so
And
long.
white gear, yeah, it only can do so much.
Oh, she was wearing her pink stuff on her indie dates.
'Cause it stays cleaner.
Well, yeah, if you're gonna wrestle in white gear, wrestling on TV in white gear is the safest place to wrestle in it.
Yeah. I guess they could stop the taping and Tide stick you if they really had to.
God. I'm just imagining if they did that.
Someone stops the taping to put her kick pad
Yeah,
clamps
because like,
back on.
how many times in like wrestling we've watched this, we've seen it where like, I can think of specifically Miz matches where he takes a bump and it's early in the night and he's got all of his spray tan all over the mat, which then in turn gets on the guy's gears that he's wrestling.
Yeah, or you see like a false eyelash on the mat after someone's promo, and then you see their hair covering a rag, and you're like, I understand what happened here. Yes, Princess Kimberly. That's awesome. What's your comic about? I feel like I know. I feel like I've seen you talk about it on Twitter, but remind us.
How much French wrestling have you watched, Omega? Because there's some French wrestling that's been uploaded to YouTube over the last couple of years. That is awesome. That is such a cool mix of the catch can style and lucha libre. Just like there's this overlap of this rapid, fast-paced movement that wouldn't be popular until decades later, but elegantly and well mixed with that British, that British technical style, and it's so good.
Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum.
Do you need one of each? Like flip both ways
Of the base?
of the black,
Yeah.
because it's their side. Yeah.
Yeah, there will be 4 side pieces in total, yeah.
That's what I thought.
If I do the beat, can you do the wraps?
I only know a few of the lyrics off the top of my head because
Okay.
he says so much.
Just do the parts you remember. And make up the rest.
You're great at that.
I agree, Omega. That sounds like a really interesting concept, Bobby. I love that gay shit, as we all know.
I love that gay shit.
Talking about that gay shit, baby.
It's a commonly said phrase in this household.
Gayer. That's the most common phrase. Please get these straight people away from me. If you don't want to sew these appliques on because it's going to suck, I understand and I will do it.
I've actually got the chance to wrestle in France. And their scene is very much westernized, for sure. So is a lot of the British scene. The British scene's got a nice mix of both. Now, depending on like what part of the country you're wrestling in and the audience, but I can't speak to it fully, like 200%. I can only say from my experiences. But there's definitely was this generation of performers that kind of looked down on the old world of sport guys. They weren't necessarily well respected, or despite the fact that those dudes were all amazing and like a top of their level, there was a generation that came up after them that just kind of shunned them. And you had the generations after that were learning that world of sports style by watching it more so than learning it from the, and imitating it than learning it from the original guys. And once they started to hit the scene and get larger, your guys like your Pete Dunn's and Mark Andrews and the generation that followed like Dean that teaches out of the what's the name of that
Stand
school?
Legends of the Hidden Temple in this house.
I can't remember the name of the school now. Dean Allmark, and guys like that absolutely helped to revive it and bring it back, and are now blending it back into the main scene over there. It's awesome to see.
I actually did a Legends of the Hidden Temple burlesque act, Space King Bobby, where I hid different parts of the Shrine of the Silver Monkey all over the audience, and I had a turquoise shirt that had 2 yellow tassels on it, and my team was the turquoise tassel. Obviously, and Legends of the Hidden Temple music played, and I wandered throughout the audience looking for the Shrine of the Silver Monkey, and then at the end, I obviously did not put the monkey together and disappointed refreshers the entire audience. As it should be. I did not think they were bringing it back for adults, but I feel like they say that every 14, 20
It's already been announced, and auditions are being held.
Well, I can't do it because I'm not physical. I'm disabled. Can't do shit.
Lost your mic, Kate. Omega says he can't hear you. Did it turn off?
No, it's on fully.
Hello? Yeah, showing up here. Talk.
Talk. I'm just really low.
You're not showing up on the pack. Like it got disconnected.
I guess I'll turn it off back on again.
Yeah, I would say do that. Yeah, because you're not, the B channel's not producing any sound waves over here.
Hello?
You are now.
Okay. Wonder what that was about.
And also, I love WMAC Masters.
We actually downloaded all the episodes from YouTube as a 10-hour video because if you watch the 10-hour YouTube video, eventually the sound goes off
Yeah, it messes up. So I downloaded the video to fix the audio.
so that we could watch it properly.
Yeah. Because you can't just buy a DVD, unfortunately, of...
I've been trying to for years. It's all like, we love Toy Galaxy. We watch Toy Galaxy all the time. The one about the G.I. Joe
PSA guy
was awesome. And the Max Headroom episode was also very good. The Max Headroom episode was super inspiring for this upcoming season of the Lullaby Lounge. Wouldn't you agree, baby?
Oh, shit.
He would not agree.
Fucking pin. Stabbed me in the foot. I'm not wearing shoes right now, so I deserve it, but... Yeah, I think the most recent one, the newest episode was some... what did we watch? It was... I remember being hyped about it because I wanted you to watch it with me.
That's true. Come with me and you'll be in a world of OSHA violations.
Oh yeah, I know better than to be in a sewing studio with no shoes on, but I don't know where my sandals are at currently, so I just gave up. And
I think I need more juice. You know?
I think you should water it down just a little bit more then, so that we can have it all night.
Oh, I won't have juice then.
No watering it down.
No. Samurai Pizza Cats. That's the one we watched
Yeah, the
together.
Samurai Pizza Cats, yeah.
Legend of Extraordinary Dancers? Legion of Extraordinary Dancers? I don't think we have. Ted recommends a TV show called The Legion of Extraordinary Dancers.
It sounds suspicious to me.
It sounds like Tenko and the Guardians of Magic. A TV show that almost no one knows about, but whose vibe is literally everywhere.
All right, one piece cut.
Where's the light box? It's down here. What? Okay.
Did it break?
No, it's just old and shitty and...
I was afraid that during, the move something would
Oh,
go.
all the stuff we had to move around.
Yeah.
This is a super tiny, this light box is like the most bullshit version of a light box. It's like what you would have in elementary school art class. But we inherited it from my mom, and it's literally just a light bulb and a piece of acrylic. I feel like if you had acrylic and a vacuum former or something, or even just heated it up, you could probably make it yourself. Because...
My dad said that to me the other day about the lawnmower part. He's like, "Oh, you're crafty. You could just make a cover for to turn it into a mulcher or whatever." And I was like,
And you're like, I don't make
The
my
kind
own
of
shoes,
heat
Dad.
that I would like, I don't have a machine to produce that kind of heat, or the kind of plastic that you need to cover that part of a lawnmower.
He has faith in you.
Yeah,
you
clearly.
know? Mr. the Cobra's dad is he has real faith in your abilities. I think that says something.
It doesn't sound like it's an American show, Omega. I think you're going to send us on a journey to a foreign land.
Oh, this is like my favorite thing. Looking at the lines showing up, carefully traced over top of the light box. A really satisfying part of the artistic
Like, are we
process.
talking the level of hip hop and crumping, like in
Crumping.
Hayden Panettiere's Bring It On movie?
That's the kind of crumping I can do.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you've watched that, but something tells me you've watched that movie.
Yeah, me too. So what I'm doing right now is tracing a stencil for the pattern that we'll use later. By having this like piece of paper that I'm tracing out the design, we can use it as a sort of guideline for when we paste on the applique to the fabric. So because this design is so spindly and it covers such a large area, it's hard to keep these like that piece of, when this is cut out of spandex, it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be pointless. Even if we cut it out of vinyl, it's still going to be kind of shitty to deal with. So I make these patterns that are the same thing as the pattern, just like laid out flat before it gets cut out. And we put a little spray glue on them, and we'll use it as like a sticker sort of thing to help us keep everything in line.
I like the Hulu produced shows, so I'm here for it.
The fact that you mentioned that it could have been wires and green screen has me really intrigued. It's one thing to say this dancing is great. It's another thing to say it was done without a green screen or wires. To which I say, what was done?
What I would, if that is the case,
if they needed to use a green screen, if they could have used a green screen or wires, what were they doing with their bodies that they would have needed it?
Is it like America's Best Dance Crew level of dancing then?
Seems better than that.
I loved ABDC. I don't know if anybody else here has watched that. That's on the stream. I cannot find my spray glue, which was by my feet. I couldn't find it because it was at my feet.
And then I trace this with Sharpie again so that you can see it from both sides. You never really know anything you'll watch. That's honestly kind of a compliment, Shark. You're very well versed in modern media, and the fact that you don't know what we're talking about a lot of the time, I feel like it says a lot about our diversity of watching, you know?
And also, Shark, I consume a lot of pop culture media stuff. Like, I'm always watching or listening to something.
Yeah, he watches. The only time it's silent is during these streams. If we were working without the cameras on,
There would definitely be something
there would
on.
be a video essay or a movie or something on the screen right now.
Which outside of the normal stuff, like we try to watch everything that's generally pretty popular. At least I try to. Like if it's a Marvel movie coming out, or like a movie that like,
Well,
or like a popcorn blockbuster kind of deal, like
we
I'll
can
watch it.
watch a behind the scenes featurette on that
Yeah.
we feel like we're gonna learn something. Like if we feel like we see a movie trailer and we're like, that looks cool, I want to know how they did that scene. Maybe if we watch it, we'll learn more.
I was telling Ophidian the other day that the only reason why I feel like I have any kind of capability when it comes to creating the production schedule for the Lullaby Lounge we have coming up is because we've watched so many Toy Galaxy and Patrick H. Willems and
Matt McMuscles and
Matt McMuscles. Is that the What Happened guy?
yeah, it's the What Happened guy.
We've watched so much What Happened and all these video essay people or Defunct Land.
I still absolutely love the one about the advertising.
Oh
About
God, the blood,
yeah.
the bloodvertising. I think about bloodvertising all the fucking time.
And they're getting the tombstones and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, getting people's graves and stuff. Man,
Bloodvertising.
bloodvertising was extremely my shit. That's okay, Shark. I'm kind of a basic bitch when it comes to the stuff I like too, I realized. I'm definitely not as cool as Ophidian when it comes to like things. He like knows about kaiju movies and kung fu, you know, things that if we were at a bar being cool around other cool people, he could be like, I know these cool things. And I would be like, have you seen the 2001 Josie and the Pussycats comic book to movie adaptation with Rosario Dawson, Tara Reid, and Rachel Lee Cook? And everyone will be like, no.
I'm like, no, sit down, nerd.
Sit down, woman. With your girl movie.
Quick, somebody buy her a drink so we don't have to hear her talk anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that.
Sometimes you think that.
I've never thought that in my life.
I mean, maybe not buy me a drink, but there are times I'm sure. What the fuck? It's not Rachel Weisz, it's Rachel Lee Cook. And you need to watch Josie and the Pussycats. Like, stop watching this and go watch that.
Get out of here.
Leave right now and you go watch Josie and the Pussycats. I'm not fucking with you. Leave. If you haven't seen Josie and the Pussycats, you go watch Josie and the Pussycats. Everyone here knows why. Because it's the all-time greatest movie. All-time favorite movie of all time. And Secrets, this isn't going up anywhere, so, I mean, it's going to be up on Twitch, but there's not that many people here, so it'll be okay. I'm going to be in a book about that movie, about Josie and the Pussycats, about the cultural impact that it had on music and movies and such. And I was one of the interviews in it, and I'm really excited about it, because I love that movie so much, and it's such a huge part of my, such a huge part of the reason why I started playing music. Josie and the Pussycats is on HBO Max. It's also available for purchase on YouTube and Hulu and all the places. Yeah, I am going to be in a book about Josie and the Pussycats. Well, I was interviewed for a book. I don't know if I'm going to be in it. I don't imagine he would interview me without putting me in it. But, yeah, I was interviewed for a book about Josie, and the author then is the one who sent me those, I posted them in Discord, I think, who sent me the prop from the movie, the original Josie and the Pussycats prop ears, because he had a bunch of them as part of, like, the Indiegogo stuff that he was giving away, or not giving away, it was part of the rewards for the book, and yeah, I'm really excited about it. Because being seen as a Josie and the Pussycats evangelist is one of the cooler things that I've, like, as far as, like, cool things I've done, it's up there.
Even I
feel like it's kind of similar to when you got interviewed for Pop by Polygon for Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Mans. But the Josie movie I saw back in the day too. That's definitely a movie that.
Wait, you saw that movie without me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Babe, that was like 200% my aesthetic, not the Josie. Actually, not the visually you wouldn't know, right? But
it's
once you watch the movie, you
it's
know.
a capitalist.
Yeah. And that was very much my vibe in high school. Like, I wear anarchy patches. Down with the system.
Yeah.
Capitalism is for fucking.
Yeah, a movie that literally tells you to
Terrible,
stop buying
yeah.
merchandise for it. Yes, it wasn't the ears that I ordered from the company, but I told him about my ear predicament about not getting my ears from the company I originally ordered them from and getting scammed out of the money, and he was like, "You need a pair of Jizzle and Pussycat's ears," so he sent them to me. And I need to find a way to display them. Hey, you know about that kind of stuff, Omega. What do you think is the best way to display a pair of cheaply made plastic ears? Because I think, honestly, you guys, the best part about these Jizzle and Pussycat ears, the thing that made me the happiest is how fucking shitty they are. It's just it's a literal piece of plastic trash, and I love it so much. Because there was some extra in the back row of that Before 4 concert that they did to lure teen girls in so that they could have them scream about Josie, who wore one of these things. And it just makes me so happy because that movie was so good. And I need to rewatch it. I keep trying to organize a watch party in the Discord, but everybody is in different time zones and has a different schedule. So it's kind of hard to organize something with the whole community. I like Gem and the Holograms aesthetically, and I love the idea of Gem and the Holograms, but I can watch about 10 minutes of that show, maybe, before I'm like, this is awful and I don't want to see any more of it. I like the songs. I love the aesthetic. I love the idea of it being like this crazy technology that gives her the rock star powers. Super cool, all of it, except for the fact that the writing is really, really bad, and clearly it was made just to sell toys, and you can't, that's what I was thinking, Omega, was like maybe taking one of our foam heads and like dressing it up a little bit. I have a red wig that I could put on it, and it could be like my Josie head, but I don't know if that's weird.
Depends on how you dress it up.
Oh, you know what I have to do? I need to look and see how they displayed them in the scene where Parker Posey is like, we decide everything from what slang, from what styles are in fashion to what slang is in vogue. You know, when she introduces Operation Big Concert to the government officials.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
and she like shows
and the guy from American Pie's the video.
Yeah, no, after that, the one where they're coming to see the technology.
Okay.
Agent Kelly from the government is like, remember, he's like, I have to get back to the Pentagon.
Been 3 whole days and 6 whole hours.
Literally counting down. Like, it's counting backwards from 6. The whole point of the song is counting backwards from 6.
Yeah, but that's not what my brain remembered. 3 whole hours, yeah. Since I last saw your face.
How come you'll do Josie but you won't do Aesop?
Because I can't figure out. Aesop is too philosophical and so wordy and.
And you can't even get counting backwards from 6.
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah. You're asking so much of my damaged wrestler brain. Count backwards? Oof.
One day it's gonna stop working and we're gonna be fucked. You'll be like, whoop, guess I just can't do anything now. Guess we die.
Guess I just leave this guy in a ditch somewhere.
Well, no, I need you to do all my physical labor. I can't do anything myself.
You could just... Alright, so there's that character in Mortal Kombat where it's the little like killer girl that's riding the behemoth.
Uh-huh.
That's like got her hooks planted in them and like controls them. You just do that to me.
So you want me to make a cybernetic technology where I can control your physical body,
Yeah.
and you would give me that control over your body?
I mean, if I'm brain dead, then yeah, just go for it.
No, I'm not saying brain dead. I'm saying it don't work anymore.
What would if my brain don't work?
Like
then,
Alzheimer's.
Yeah, Farrah and Tor, exactly.
Did you cut all the pieces out already?
Yeah.
Even the
You know
purple
why? Because I flossed the albatross like Daddy came with the chain.
Oh, I guess you can cut two of these.
I mean, I'm not cutting that out. Yeah, I'm switching the camera to show what I was cutting out so they can see what we're making.
Oh.
All right, so if you saw at the beginning of the stream, we had a bunch of patterns. And these are the pieces that we cut out. So you can kind of see the shape. Actually, it'd be more like this.
What are you doing?
This side.
That's
I'm getting there. There's so
You're
many
really
pieces.
not.
I am.
I mean, the one in the middle that you're trying to make the center is not the middle.
This is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the top though. It doesn't. It's not the back.
Yeah. I know what it is.
Okay, then why were you putting the side up to it?
I'm just putting the pieces next to it to show what we cut out.
Okay.
I'm not trying to like organize it in a way that is like it's hard to be accurate when like these pieces are curved and you know it's still missing the purple.
You didn't do the purple.
No, not yet. Yeah, I'm just laying these pieces down in a way that looks like they're, you know, and I don't have the exact shape.
Oh yeah, you're nowhere close.
No. You patterned it. I didn't pattern this. I have no idea how they fit together yet. This is what we got so far. Wrap around the shoulder. These pieces are side pieces. There's still purple pieces that need to be cut out that I have not yet. We don't have the black mesh that's going to go over top of them. I think it's like that. Something of that nature. I don't know. My job isn't the patterning. My job is unless it's a mask, I can kind of figure out how that goes together. The bodysuit stuff. That's Kate's half of the operation.
Oh, moved everything.
What were you gonna mess with it?
I was gonna put the pieces on the top part.
Oh, you can have it.
I was gonna do it for the camera, but that's okay.
Oh no, I'll switch it back.
No, I can start working on Frisco now. Again.
Remember to add that shape to the nose.
Yeah. I'm very concerned about it.
Where the fuck is that purple pattern piece? Where did you go?
Well, one's right here,
Okay.
and the other one's right here. Looks like, yeah. Hi, Grace. Yes, we are on Closet Champion, not KNX. We're trying to get Closet Champion to affiliate, so we can get some emotes on this bitch.
Yeah, you might see us stream again tomorrow. Because we are focusing on getting this channel to affiliate.
Thank you, Grace. It is much appreciated. We actually need to make y'all. I'm gonna quick make you a. I'm gonna make you all some mods.
Switch to me if you're not going to camera.
It's switched. I am currently trying to mod it. I forget how to do this.
I have never done it. That's always been you. I'm sure if I sat in front of it, I could figure it out, but I definitely don't know how to do it. Also, the Nightbot command. Not that that needs to happen now, but I'm just saying it out loud so that hopefully one of us remembers to do it later. Dope.
All right. Some of y'all got swords now. Can't remember Green Ant's Twitch name, otherwise I would add him to.
It's just Green Ant. It's like green_ant. Or I know it's green.
I
thought there was like a 3 in it or something where one of the E's was.
There couldn't be that many green ants on Twitter. I
There's
mean,
a
there
million.
could
There's a million green ants.
be. Whoa, we hit 116?
Yes.
When did that happen? Must have been recent.
That seems right, Shark. All right. We're all good now.
Trying to remember the actual lyrics of the song. If I died home alone like a rat in a cage, would the neighbors come and find me before the cat ate my face? I used to floss the albatross like Daddy Kane with a chain. I can't remember the next lyric.
Bing, bong, bong. Hi, Henry. Welcome. Thank you.
Is it on me or you?
Huh? It's on you.
Okay. Yeah, I feel that way about Winslow too. I don't think he'd bother eating us. He'd be like, "Nah, you're not salmon flavored. I'm good." Where dogs have no care about the. At least the dogs I've always owned, they were like, "I don't care what it tastes like. Give it to me. It's food."
It's food flavored.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, my favorite.
Or Winslow's like, "You guys don't have enough gravy on you."
Yeah, he didn't even eat the wet food out of the wet food.
No,
like,
he
container.
just licked the.
He just licked the gravy out.
Yeah. It's being bougie. Great. Now I've got that one line from the Madonna song. The bourgeoisie or the rebel. Yeah.
Chicken nuggets every day for a dog is like the high life. Look at our boy. This is such a great picture of Winslow.
God, yeah, I know. I wish I could just be fed chicken nuggets every day.
Oh yeah, for some reason our YouTube chat isn't working. We can only see it sometimes. Restream just straight up is not doing its job. Probably because I stopped paying for it. Gonna have to start paying for Restream again.
Hello, that Carl Robinson. Yeah, sorry about that. For some reason, like Kate already said it, but we're not seeing the YouTube chat, and we just don't know why. I mean, we like streaming on Twitch better than YouTube for sure. But we don't want to ignore you guys. Or you humans that are hanging out in that side of the world. Not part of the internet. Cool. Let them see you struggling.
Everybody see me struggling all the time.
Right, you said that in goblin voice.
Yeah, because I'm Goblin. I cannot help that I am Goblin. I just stopped hiding it.
Yeah, revert to your natural form. Let the people see.
I haven't. I'll move it a little bit. You can't see shit. No matter where I put it, you can't see shit.
Well, what you're doing isn't exactly like... Even when I was recording when you'd have to record the pinning on and the gluing on the faceplates, it's always such a hard shot to get, because...
Yeah.
I moved the camera up, though, because you were farther away on the table. I'll drop it back down.
Trying to make this as flat panel as possible. I'm just using regular computer paper / sketch paper right now because it's what I have laying around. I'm not precious about what kind of materials I use for patterns.
Yeah, Carl Robinson, we're currently working on Kimberly from Impact Wrestling. A set of gear for her, and also a mask for a performer by the name of Frisco Flame.
We already made once.
The post office lost our package.
And they won't give us money for it because they technically think they still have it. So they say it's going to get here, but the last tracking was March 27th. And it's just sitting in Philadelphia, according to USPS, but they won't give it to us.
And they don't answer the phone at that location.
So we're spending all the labor, all the labor and the money and the materials to make a whole new mask. Have I ever used freezer paper for my patterns? Occasionally. I tend to not use kitchen stuff in the sewing room, though, just as not like for any kind of specific reason, just because the compartments of my mind don't go that far normally.
That isn't to say that we haven't used kitchen stuff before.
20 past midnight. That's pretty late. Maybe you should go to bed.
Higgins?
That Carl Robinson.
Oh, are you in the UK, Carl Robinson?
Maybe you and Henry could meet up and be friends. Maybe you are Henry's friend already. Maybe you showed up here because of Henry.
Okay.
I'm trying to show you what I'm doing, but it's useless. It just looks like horror show shit right now.
Speaking of horror show stuff, you no-sold my text about Doink the Clown's clown
What was I
makeup.
supposed to say to that? What was my answer supposed to be?
Wow.
Okay, then. Wow.
But those designs are so
Holy
cool
shit.
for a clown.
Dr. Omega says, I think the Philly area has the worst post office problems in the whole country these days. Something's fishy going on up there. When I sent out the Mask Making March rewards, they arrived in Texas and Washington State before they made it to Gyarados and Green Ant, who got them like a week later. I've had my packages bounce between 2 different facilities in Philly before being routed to Jersey for some reason when it was going to Georgia.
We sent a package that was supposed to go. It was to during the Christmas exchange. I don't remember. Was it Veronica? Whoever, whichever.
Yeah, it was supposed to go to Philly and it went to Georgia and somewhere
Yeah,
else.
it went to Florida. Yeah, before it went 2 hours away. Like we could have driven it if we wanted to. You know, fun is getting the package in the mail, but like, it was close enough that we could have probably driven there. But it went to Florida first instead of going to the person in Jersey. I understand that, Carl Robinson. We tend to work a lot at night. We've been switching our schedule to daytime, though, just to function more in the world of the living.
Yeah. It's not just us living in this house here anymore, so we have to be a little bit more aware of
And
how
plus-
the rest of the world works.
Where we live at now, being up in the daytime with the sunlight is actually a pleasant thing to have. Like being able to go, oh, we can go in our backyard, spend some time in the sun.
I tried to get him to have sun time instead of doing this stream, but he said he wanted to work instead. I was like, what if, hear me out, we go drink some lemonade in the sunshine in the backyard instead of doing work? And he said, no, I want to work. Don't make me do that. You make me feel like a villain for suggesting sunshine fun when we should be working. So.
Well, yeah, now you made me sound like a villain again.
Like I said, those
Only a
feelings-
villain doesn't want to hang out in the sun.
That sounds like you're being a villain then. That's not something I did.
I mean, I did spend a lot of my career being a bad guy.
I mean, you weren't very good at it. Everyone loved you.
Except Toronto. Like, the good kind of dislike, though. Obviously, because I was the champion up there for a while.
Yeah.
But the Toronto crowd loved to boo me. Oh, hello, Shandy.
Shandy!
No, speaking of Bret Hart, Space Bobby, I saw an original concept art for. There's a video that that was released yesterday. The designs have been out for a while, but somebody kind of brought them all together in one space and did like a video essay on all the different designs of like the Attitude Era and the pre-Attitude Era guys. And the Bret Hart design that had
I think I'm
Like
gonna
a-
make this more like the other mask I made.
yeah, I agree. the Bret Hart design that had like a what do you call the thing you hold your arrows in?
Quiver.
Do you know? That the whole package, the circular thing.
Quiver.
It's called a quiver.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bret Hart was wearing that along with like this super dope Cobra collar, as well. Like he was. They emphasized the hitman part as if he was like an archer that wore animal skin, and it was
But I
super
like that
cool.
it's still he's Bret Hart and he's a heartbreaker, so it's a quiver with arrows because he's Cupid. Get it?
I don't know what stomp is.
Stomp. Like the.
The Gold Dust stuff was so good. Yeah,
I like the original Gold Dust concept art more than I like actual Gold Dust. Sorry.
well, they had mixes of him being like himself and like half and half Gold Dust, where he just wore all gold, but was still like, Dustin Rhodes or whatever. And then the stuff where he was a pharaoh was also very interesting to see.
Did we ever get any new green?
What kind of green?
Green Hollow?
No. Unless you ordered some. No.
I don't think I did.
The next lyric from Dude, I'm a Shark. I'm trying to jettison the ballast within the hazardous waste. The continuation of I floss the albatross. Like Daddy came with the chain.
Bow, bow, bow,
And
bow,
my
bow,
favorite
bow.
Aesop song in general is like top three. I can't say number one. Top three would be 9 to 5ers Anthem. I use that as my like alarm song for a long time. It used to wake me up every day. And Kate for a little bit, because you were with me when I was using that as like we were dating when I was
Yeah,
using
you
it
were
as
using Trying for whatever reason.
well, that was
Or Hey There. It was a weird song choice, I remember. Hey There, yeah. I remember being like, yes, a song about sexual assault. What a great way to wake up in the morning.
So 9 to 5ers Anthem. Excuse me. Rings. And the one that starts off with the feature that why am I forgetting the name off the top of my head? Thanks, concussion. I flex with an immense amount of power. Power under alchemy. Alchemy. Sorry, that's what the name of the song. Oh, you know what? That design could have been used for Stomp. I just clicked the link to check it out. Because they had concept art in that video that was for stuff that wasn't things they would wear while they were performing. Like stuff would have been like stuff for Stomp, or like when Diesel had like his casual wear. Like this is what he would wear when he's just hanging out with his homies, which I thought was wonderful. Huh?
Long-Legged Larry, though, takes the cake.
Oh yeah, Long-Legged Larry, of course, for sure.
Top song. That's the song I've listened to the most in 2020, I think. Long-Legged Larry came out, and I was like, world's changed. It's different place.
Well, that's the thing. It was 9 to 5's Anthem is always going to be up there for me because that was the Labor Days was the first album I heard of Aesop, and when I heard it at that time period of my life, where I wanted to start my career in pro wrestling and all that stuff, 9 to 5's Anthem was one of the first songs I heard from Aesop, and I was hooked immediately. I was like, this is my anthem. We, the American working population, hate the fact that 8 hours a day is wasted on chasing a dream of someone that isn't us. We may not hate our jobs, but we hate jobs in general that don't have to do with fighting our own causes. We, the American working population, hate the 9 to 5 day in, day out, while we'd rather be supporting ourselves by being paid to perfect the pastimes that we've harbored, based solely on the fact that it makes us smile if it sounds dope. I didn't learn until years after the fact that was because that the next set of lines after the in the end bit is fumble out of bed, myself a cup of ambition, yawn and stretch, and my life is a mess. And if I never make it home today, God bless. But I had no idea it was based on the Dolly Parton song.
Oh, Kirby's good, yeah. Hobgoblin, shots of hot sriracha. I got most of it down. Hold on. If I look up the lyrics, I could probably get it. Yeah, hobgoblin, shots of hot sriracha, vaccine queen, Dean Church, socks hostage, 9 weeks awesome, hides in the slipper, look in her eye like she might be a wizard, cold-blooded Medicat lady in a parking lot, she got the heroes of tomorrow in a cardboard box, probably hoarding 40 more in the corners of Fort Knox, swap 20 on the spot and cop the warlock. Meow! Back at the haunt, found God in the hamper. Briefs on her head, playing Look It with the Panther. Good around misery and golden era samplers. Jeopardy and wheel at the heels of the handlers. Bet. More than a pet to worship, it's an MD. Recommended sense of purpose here to bat around keys and the means of euphoria. Soon to be held the grace of all warriors. That wasn't terrible. Yes, Ophidian retired last year during the pandemic because you can't jump off balconies on a Nick Gage forever.
I also been wrestling for 15 years. More than that if you count the backyard stuff like some performers do, because
we count it
at
here.
least
We count the violent community theater here.
Especially when it comes to the wear and tear on the body, because the backyard stuff is just as damaging as the in-ring stuff.
Hell, the in-ring stuff isn't nearly as damaging as the traveling for 8 hours in a car with 5 other people.
No. I once pulled off of a show because of an issue when it came to that. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't think I...
There was a VOW show. I had an argument with the promoter. I was the tag champ there at the time with Amasis. And I was injured, but I could still perform. Like I was dealing with a hip injury at the time. It was from top rope leg drop stuff.
Yes, I remember that time.
And I was like, hey man, like I'm having some trouble, like, you know, that's just keeping it us 4 in the car. It's gonna be great. It was like me, Amasis, JT Dunn, and somebody else driving up, maybe Donst. And the promoter, without telling me, and this was like weeks out ahead of time, that it was just, please just keep it us 4. Like I'm having trouble. I need space to kind of like spread out in the back seat in order to travel the 6 hours of driving that it was to the show. And he added 2 more guys into a car that can only fit, you know, like comfortably 4, you know, 5 if you need to. But especially when it comes to like all the stuff that we all travel with, when it comes to merchandise and our gear and all these things, trunk's full. When you add a 6th person in there like that, you end up putting stuff in the front of the car as well. I was like, I couldn't do it. I just physically would not have been able to make it. Called the promoter up and flipped out on him, and then decided that it wasn't worth it. Yeah, all my car trips in the UK were relatively short drives. Um, I have done long train rides and bus rides.
I certainly have.
What?
I said I certainly have in the UK.
Yeah. But I don't think I've ever driven more than 3 hours. Not to say you couldn't go farther than 3 hours, because you can, but I think that was to an attack show because of where I was coming from the previous night. Driving from somewhere in
Honestly,
England to Wales.
the road trip itself isn't the issue. Like, driving for a long time sucks, and driving for a long time with a lot of people sucks. But driving for a long time with a lot of people after you have hurt yourself to a degree that no one in the car is willing to admit, because to admit that you were in pain would be weakness.
I did admit I was in pain. That was the problem.
Yeah, you tried. You tried to be better. That's the thing, is wrestling wouldn't let you.
No, and the promoter's like, no, I'm trying to get more bang for my buck and put more people in the car. And
Yeah,
then,
fuck you, fuck your body, fuck what
Yeah.
you need. It doesn't matter. You don't matter. Not worth it. However, I will consider putting on a backyard wrestling show in our backyard. I have considered it already. I know where I'm going to put the ring. Email kate@katenix.com if you'd like to be booked in my backyard wrestling show. It's for perfectly adequate wrestling. The Sugar Dog
Where
Entertainment came up with the tagline.
Where are the, you cut out?
They're off there. I put them inside this paper because they're so tiny and spindly.
Okay. Do you want to do this out of vinyl? Since
I was
they're so
thinking
tiny
of
and
that.
spindly?
Do we have? Oh yeah, we just bought that black.
Yeah, we just got some
so-
black shiny vinyl. Or the hollow vinyl. Didn't we get hollow stuff too?
Yes,
we didn't just get shiny?
We did get hollow.
I'm guessing it's part of that big wrap. Or no, it came in
It
one
might
of those
be in here.
little ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that would be better for both of us and our sanity if it was...
Shark, if you don't want to be booked, then don't email me. Everyone who emails me will get booked on my show. We're gonna organize it so nobody has to get paid. We're gonna just put the performers' Venmos in the description. It'll be super easy.
Don't get me started on that.
Well, that's what we're trying to do, Carl Robinson, is to move into more backstage roles. Not necessarily in wrestling, but in life, you know, like making content that can last longer than your physical body.
I think the longest drive I've ever had was 21 hours of driving from Jersey to Nebraska.
Were we dating during that?
This would have been... This was the drunken referee night. I don't remember. That might have been before
Oh,
you.
that was before me.
Yeah, this was maybe 2010, I'm assuming. Somewhere around then. But 21 hours. We had to make a stop in Chicago, which is what made it 21 hours altogether. Dude, I'm a shark. I've sold all of my sets of gear. Every single set of gear that I've owned except for these last sets, which I've kept. And I was always jokingly, I'm not afraid of it, but I always jokingly was afraid of like there being somebody that bought my gear to wear it on the indies
Well, there
full
was
on.
someone who did.
Well, no, the jacket, but I mean like the whole outfit.
Yeah.
Like the whole shebang. Somebody did buy one of my used ring jackets and then wore it themselves to perform in. It was an unknown indie dude. Like
He then bought actual gear from us.
yeah, he then ordered gear from us. It was my white undead gear.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of bummed that he has that because it was the first gear I ever really made for you,
Yeah.
and it would be nice to have like as a
We could try to buy it back.
back from him. I think he paid like a real amount of money for
He did.
it.
Yeah.
but I do kind of wish we kept that set, and I wish we kept the dark green set.
Oh man, Shark. The show I did in Nebraska has a bunch of stories attached to it. From the people in the van that we switched into just getting plastered on the way to the show, to it being a Mexican heritage festival in Columbus, Nebraska. In the middle of like farm country, we did a Spanish heritage show, a Hispanic heritage show. And it was a mess, man. The referee was drunk during our match, and there was texting happening from the ref while he was in the ring, and there was a lot. North Pole, I would love to wrestle in the North Pole. I would come out of retirement to wrestle in the North Pole.
Only if I can come with you.
My stipulation though would be this: there must be penguins in the audience.
Wow, not even your stipulation isn't that you have to pay for my wife to come?
Well, no, I mean if you're there, like
Okay.
there needs to be. I need to hang out with some penguins.
Am I gonna have to procure the penguins?
Yeah, you're gonna have to go out and fish for them, or however it is that you lure penguins. I guess with fish. I guess you're gonna have to go fishing first.
I'm really going hard on the flames.
I can see. I think you're doing that because you're not the one that's gonna have to cut them out.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, should I make them less complicated?
No. Well, I mean, I would be mindful of how many points you make on it.
Well, I need to put the eyes on here so I can kind of figure out what
Yeah.
what can get. Like this probably won't be visible down here.
Whoa, penguins aren't at the North Pole. Santa is though.
Thank God.
Yeah, I'll fight Santa. Especially if it's the version of Santa from the Santa Claus.
Yes, because it's just suspicious.
Yeah.
Suspicious how that all works out. I think you just killed that man, Tim Allen.
Yeah. I think Tim Allen just wanted a reason to murder Santa.
It wasn't just Santa, it was just any man. Just happened to be Santa that was there to fuel his bloodlust. We don't have the eyes from this left, do we?
We should, because we just made the other one.
Right,
Oh,
but
no,
that
that's
one
not the right
didn't have
eye.
the same eyes.
Yeah.
I know we had kind of similar stuff done for Sterling's mask.
Yeah, it was a variation of that. I forgot Paul White was in Jingle All the Way.
Said everyone.
I haven't seen Jingle All the Way in a very long time.
Said everyone.
No, Caravan of Garbage just did a thing on it. I haven't watched it though.
It was probably over the holidays.
Well, so you know what I mean, like this holiday season. It wasn't one from like 5 years ago. It was
recent.
It was the most recent holiday season. Hey, come over here for a second when you have a moment.
Can you just flip the camera so I can look at it? Do I have to go over there?
Yeah, because I don't know how to set this up.
Okay.
I want to show what we've been working on.
Okay.
And you're the only one that knows how to lay it out properly. Carl Robinson says that's his Christmas film. He watches it every year. Here, I'll do this. So it's just a bit more room. I'll move this over just a little bit.
this will go like that. And these guys will go.
Excuse me. So this is what I've been spending my time cutting out while on stream. I like the early 90s Schwarzenegger stuff. I like The Last Action Hero. I like Jingle All the Way. Um, Kindergarten Cop. That era of Schwarzenegger was quality. When did we start streaming? Like at 5:15?
Yeah, like 5:30ish.
Oh wait, the Twitch will tell us.
Mm-hmm.
We've been streaming for 2 hours and 12 minutes. I really feel like it's been longer.
Well, I definitely know that I'm feeling it, and I'm about to reach my limit physically. As far as being presentable.
To me, the most, and I might be, I don't think I know what line you're talking about, because who is your daddy and what does he do? I don't, is that what you're referring to? Okay, so it's not that line that you're referring to. To me, like that's the line I'll always remember from that movie. But it's been a while since I've seen the film. Oh, I forgot about that. I think I haven't seen it in a while. The Big Daddy with Adam Sandler, because that has a lot of lines like in that direction. You know, where although I guess most Adam Sandler movies outside of like one or two don't really hold up anymore. I don't think I know that Stallone movie. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Sounds like the title of a 70s exploitation film. I'm looking it up now.
When is our employee supposed to be here tomorrow?
I told her from 1 on.
Okay.
It's okay. Because I was like, I don't know exactly what time I'll be back from the gym, but I'll definitely be back before 1. Estelle Getty. Who are you? What movies have you been in, Estelle Getty? Oh, she's one of the women from the Golden Girls
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's one of the
and
Golden
Blossom.
Girls. Oh yes, 2 shows that you know so much about.
And Stuart Little. Well, look at this movie cover that he just.
That's a really great movie cover. They knew exactly what they were making. They were like, "It's this movie,
And
you
this
guys."
was made in 1992? Oh, man. I love that. Omega said that "Stop or My Mom Will Shoot" is probably most famous for the fact that Schwarzenegger tricked Stallone into agreeing to do it instead of him because he knew it would bomb.
Poor Sly. He just wants to make a movie, Arnie.
No, they were probably had to have been beefing, like not like a friendly rivalry beef
I don't
between
know. I
them.
feel like it could be a potentially Vin Diesel Rock situation, a situation where like you guys should be friends. Like, there's no reason for you to be this competitive. You are not the same person.
No, but they were on opposite ends of the movie. Like think about like stuff like Commando versus Rambo.
We watched Stallone's Muppet episode the other day. It was the first one we watched. We were like, we got to know what happens. It was pretty much what we thought it would be.
Yeah. They made him a
Really dumb.
dumb puppet that was a punching bag with a face that he hit throughout the show.
Yeah, that really wanted to get hit.
Yeah, that was like into being hit by Stallone.
Well, the reason is because Henson was really anti-violence. Like, he used violence in his commercial work in this early work, but after he did Sesame Street, he was like, I don't want there to be any confusion about me condoning violence.
But there's always violence, even in the newer Muppets. Like, there's.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I know
it's cartoon violence.
cartoon violence is
Yeah, and Stallone was more like actual beating people up violence.
Like he's impressing the groupies with his
Oh yeah,
punches.
I loved the groupies too. Their groupie puppets were great. I love when they make hot girls. I love hot girl Muppets because they look so fucking stupid. Just reminds you how goofy the ideas of favorite Muppet Show guest star.
Whoa, that's a loaded question. Well, I think I will answer
You gotta
mine.
say Carol Burnett, right?
Yeah, because Carol Burnett understood where she was at and what she was doing on that show, and played multiple characters. Right? Like, I mean, she played her other
She
character.
played the Charwoman, yeah.
Yeah. So like, she understood what her purpose was on that show, and it was it was good. Like the situational comedy that happened because of it wasn't at the expense of Carol Burnett
And
either.
of course, her incredible Lonely Asparagus
Yeah.
sketch.
Obviously.
Ooh, Vincent Price, always a classic. I think I'm hungry.
I am too. I say we call it quits at about 8ish.
That's so long from now.
That's in 7 minutes.
I thought you said it was 7:15.
Hmm?
Earlier, I thought you said it was 7:15.
If I did, that's not what I meant.
You meant 7:50?
I meant 7:45.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, Debbie Harry's also a good one. The One Way Another Sketch is super cute. There's a Vincent Price cover of Monster Mash. What does it sound like? Pretty much exactly the same. Boris Pickett basically just sounds like Vincent Price in that song.
See ya, Carl Robinson. Thanks for sticking around.
Get some sleep, please. It's like midnight where you are.
I don't think well, I could have, but I don't think I've seen the James Coburn episode. I definitely don't remember Animal being in a drum battle. So I definitely didn't watch that either. Kate's watched more Muppet Show than I have, for sure. Especially at this point, because she's been watching episodes of it for inspiration.
Also, just because they were made with the kind of quality that you can rewatch over and over again.
And also, they're all available now on Disney Plus.
True that. Even the racist ones.
Disney, it's going about it right. Like, hey, look, we can't ignore that we made this. This is a thing that exists. We're just going to give you the heads up that, we don't agree with what was said in this anymore, but it's important that people be able to see it. I can fucks with that.
Yeah, because it's important that we acknowledge how much institutionalized racism is a part of our day-to-day. Have I seen the new Muppets? Absolutely. I've seen every new Muppets. You know what
That's the cats.
Big skedaddle.
I'll be back. I'm going to go see what they just knocked over.
Make sure Winslow's okay. There's a new
What
foster
was
cat.
that? Oh, we're streaming, yeah. I just heard. I thought that he might have knocked something over. It sounded like something spilled on.
But yes, I've seen the new Muppets. I've seen Muppets Now, the new Muppets TV show. That's like the one that, they canceled
It's my
I really
mask.
like that Muppet TV show that was like.
It's my
but it's
comfortable when I wear while I'm making stuff, so that I can still drink water and.
I know a lot of people didn't like that show, but I thought it was really great. I think that allowing the Muppets their humanity and not making them just do a variety
Like he
show.
didn't know. You're just like, oh God, he's behind me now. You knew he was there the whole time, little buddy.
I don't know. I think that's what makes the Muppets, is that Kermit still exists when he's not on screen. And
Go be on camera.
The
You're gonna make me skip you.
Oh wow, do I want to become famous? Wow.
Come on.
Are you bringing Doji downstairs?
No.
Or our boy?
Our boy.
Our boy. Boy delivery. Come on, baby boy. Did you fight Doji?
No, it was Doji just running.
Just running. Hey. Hey. Oh. No.
He doesn't want to be. I only brought him down because Laura's leaving with Doji. So I just pulled him down here.
Do you want to just close the door real quick so he stays in with us? Just until she closes the door.
He's about to attack that cord.
Gonna get that cord. Thanks, Bobby. You might see us again tomorrow. We're going to be streaming a lot on this channel in the next coming weeks just so we can hit affiliate and get those emotes before we work out our real streaming schedule. So we'll see you around for sure. We'll definitely see you on Twitter.
Want to become famous? Whoa.
I know. It was such a good opportunity. I didn't want to waste it when you weren't around.
I think you were talking about this before I left. The new Muppets Now, is great. The Muppets.
Oh, I was talking about the Muppets before that. The Office one.
Both of them are good.
Yeah.
Having a Office-style Muppet show, I think, could have super worked if ABC had,
They didn't want to be the innovators.
had committed to it.
They didn't want to be innovators.
But the Muppets Now show that Disney produces is also very good. Because the ABC Muppet show, just the Muppets, had enough adult humor to help modernize them for the older audience that would be watching them.
Same way they did in the 70s.
Yeah, but didn't sacrifice the Muppetness of it. It didn't make them
God, everything that Pepe said,
too adult.
every word out of Pepe's mouth, every word was excellent. Every word was excellent. I also follow the guy who plays Pepe the Prawn on Twitter now.
I mean, yeah, and of course, Danny Trejo battling the chef in the kitchen.
Oh, Danny Trejo was good.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of the other cooking people, though.
Well, some of them were real cooks, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And then you had the chick from that did the Miss Piggy segments.
Oh, Linda Cardellini for whatever
Linda
reason.
Cardellini, yeah. And
And Tay Diggs.
Tay Diggs, yeah. Tay Diggs is great. So good on that. RuPaul was great too. The interview segments.
Yeah, the interview segments were great.
Aubrey Plaza was great.
Gay for Tay, aren't we all? I think he's married to Adina Menzel, right? Like, there's no way that he's married to, like, a mortal woman. He's married to fucking Elsa the Ice Princess / Elphaba from Wicked.
I thought Elsa was homegirl of Kristen Bell.
No, that's the other one.
She's the other princess in that movie?
The other princess in that
Okay.
movie. Let It Go is Adina Menzel. Do You Want to Build a Snowman is Kristen Bell.
Not her singing, though, right?
Do You Want to Build a Snowman? I think she sings the later verses. I can think it's a little girl singing the younger princess voice, but Kristen Bell sings Do You Want to Build a Snowman when they do the Disney Live stuff. So I don't know
okay.
if it's just her doing a kid voice or if they got a child actress. Y'all have a good night. I'm definitely not leaving suspiciously right at 8. Oh, what's happening tonight, AEW?
Yes.
Yeah. Have fun watching AEW. If you see one of our masks, tweet
Yeah.
us.
We're cutting the stream now anyway. Thanks everybody for joining us today. For those that want to, we'll be here tomorrow sometime in the afternoon, earlier than the day, hopefully. Goodbye. No, where'd the mouse go?
Wenzel says bye too. He's right here.